With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, trackside, once again, race fans here for the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the Western Grinding Road Racing Series fires things off once again in the GT3 machines. Going to be round 2 in these GT3s. We're at the Hungaro Ring, 14 corners to see who can walk away with the checkered flag here in Hungary tonight. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Speaking of trackside, we've got over 15 drivers in the field here tonight. Everybody going to try to tackle this it's actually about a 2.7. I'm racing a little bit off on the calculation right there, about a 2.72 to be exact, mile racetrack. So it's going to be a long night for a handful of drivers. They're going to have to minimize their mistakes and keep it on track. A few corners with a lot of runoff. We'll see how drivers navigate their way around the track here tonight. So there's your track information. Nice cool breeze, track temperature nice and cool. Should be some big grip underneath the wheels of these machines. So that's going to be your race rundown. We're going to have ourselves 40 laps of racing here tonight. That's right, 40 laps of green flag racing at the Hungaro Ring. So as we jump the pond and head overseas here at the Hungaro Ring, you know what? We're going to go ahead and put it out there for you. first time at the track. The corners are going to be a little bit awkward for me here tonight, but we're going to navigate our way through this thing. I've watched it plenty of times with F1. Red Bull pretty strong here at the Hungaro Ring. We don't have any F1 machines out there tonight, but we do have a handful of GT3 machines, the Ferraris in the field, the Lamborghinis we've got, BMWs, Audis, as well as Mercedes. We'll see who can get the job done. Only one driver sporting the Porsche symbol on the front of his machine. That's going to be the 934 of David Tamara out there on track in his qualifying laps. Time going to tick away on the stopwatch as the music fades away in the background. We're going to get ready to set things off here just about 5 minutes through tonight's qualifying session. And I'll tell you what, why don't we go to some of the action? What do you say, race fans? Let's go out there and watch a handful of these drivers head around the track. There you can see David Tamara in that Porsche. We were talking about the 934 a little bit earlier here tonight. There you can see Tamara making his way around the track. We're going to check in with a handful of other drivers still out there on track. Let's go check in with one of those Ferraris, the prancing ponies out there. One of my favorite machines in the world. Absolutely love my Ferraris. And, well, you know, being Italian, you're kind of forced to, right? I mean, you can't really. Who else are you going to root for, right? Checking out the 83 of Jeff Spotswood. He's going to come around the carousel here and back up the hill. The 83 looking good here as we're beginning to see those time lapse come in. And as to no surprise, the man fast, as always, on these road courses, week in, week out, Kevin Santana. Top of the speed charts. Quick time here from Hungaro Ring belongs to that 666. There you can see Kevin Santana top of the speed charts. David Tamara going to go second. Ethan Wilson, Johan Wilson back in fourth. Mark Axelson going to round out your top five. Take a little look around. Let's check in with Fast Freddy. Fast Freddy in one of the Lamborghinis here. The GT3 Lamborghini machine down there going through the carousel as well. A little bit of timing and scoring hiccups over there to the left-hand side of your screen, so we'll try to clean that one up for you as we get set just past the halfway point now here in qualifying. Want to mention the newcomer here, Lewis Alexander, the 958 Scuderia Ferrari GT3 machine, joining us here at the Hungaro Ring. Unfortunately, or well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, missing last week's race due to personal obligations, as one will call them. 16th year anniversary, so I had to step away from the trackside duties. And so, yeah, debut race here tonight with the Turn 3 Racing Network with the Western Grinding Thursday night road course series. Lewis Alexander going to look to make a splash. 11 drivers now with a qualifying time 6 minutes into this 10-minute qualifying session. Kevin Santana still top of the speed charts by over a half a second. This man is just lights out, blazing fast. Week in, week out. It doesn't matter what machine you put him behind the wheel. The Santana, one of those quick drivers, and he is quick here tonight. Fast time, a 1:44.73. Track beginning to fall a little bit silent as there you see drivers through your top 10. All sorted out and figured out. James Schultz, Lewis Alexander, only 2 drivers yet to put in a time lap. That will give us our 15-car field, so qualifying just about done with. What a beautiful racing facility, really, to be the first time here in person to look around the track, see these corners, the elevation changes, the way these drivers have to navigate their way through the corners, especially that long uphill carousel. That's going to be one that you got to watch. Getting on the gas a little bit too quick and trying to carry the speed to the outside edges of the carousel. So we'll keep our eye on that. A little bit of a hot spot. Lewis Alexander going to turn in a time lap. Going to go 12th with his first time lap. Looking around the track, looks like only one driver still out there. I believe James Schultz is still out there on the track. There you can see Schultz coming across the start-finish line now. He's going to be the only driver yet to put in a qualifying time. We'll take a look As he makes his way around the track. A little bit of psychedelic colors may be playing into the Happy 420, everybody. And I don't know, what do you think? The 420 of James Schultz celebrating 420 here tonight? National holiday. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, ask a friend. I'm sure they know. Schultz, only one of 3 drivers in these GT3 Mercedes machines. Absolutely love these Mercedes. They look absolutely mean out there on the track. Up over the Turtles. Little bit loose there as he overstepped the exit, getting up on the curbing. A little bit of spin, rear tire spin. And the Mercedes are quick. Ethan Wilson going to go third on the speed charts with his time lap, a 1:45.21. So Wilson pretty quick here tonight. We'll see if Schultz can break inside of the top 10, maybe even inside of that top 5. Back around the final few corners here, Schultz going to make his first time lap. We'll see where he slots in with just about 60 seconds remaining. That's going to do it. That's going to be it, and Schultz going to miss out on a top 10 position, just shy of that top 10, and that's pretty much going to do it for qualifying. Unfortunately, Schultz will not finish that second time lap. Stopwatch going to click clear here in qualifying, taking the pole position here tonight for the Hungaroring Grand Prix with Western Grinding. Worn-out races Thursday night, a road course series. Kevin Santana going to go top of the speed charts, the 666 with your pole position. Pretty quick, pretty frantic qualifying session here from the Hungaroring. We're going to take a quick commercial break, pay a few of the sponsor bills, then head back trackside for your national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
In back trackside as the Jets finish their flyover, drivers making their final adjustments on the machines. We're going to stay trackside here as everybody down in the paddock thrashing away. No real official point standings to get into this week. We'll get into some of that next week in race number 3 in the 4-week mini season here with the Western Grinding Thursday Night Series. Good to see everybody out there on the track. Good to see everybody out there in the chat as well. Ethan checking in out there in the chat. Good to see Ethan checking in with us. Or I apologize, that's James out there saying, what's up to Ethan? My bad. Celebrating the holidays maybe a little bit too hard around here, you know what I mean? No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. So 14 corners here tonight. A lot of opportunities for passing. A lot of opportunities for mistakes. The field, a little bit spread out in qualifying. Kevin Santana taking the pole position with a fast time here tonight. Just about 4/10 quicker than the rest of the field, but some very close qualifying times. Second and third right on top of each other. Fifth and sixth right there running with each other neck and neck. And from there on back, the who's who of all over who, as these drivers are going to make their final adjustments. Crew chiefs beginning to make their final calls. And we're going to get a field for the drivers at tackle tonight's Hungaro Grand Prix. That's right, 40 laps around the Hungaro ring. Well, I've done my job here, everybody. I've got people out there laughing in the chat. That's good. Always good to have that interaction. Always good to make people laugh and enjoy their time here on the Turn 3 Racing Network with myself and everybody else joining us out there on the YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch side of things. Thanks for everybody tuning in, and we're going to get ready to turn up here tonight as these final few moments click off the stopwatch, and drivers will begin to make their way to the starting grid. You know, it's these GT3s, you know, I'm going to be honest with it as well. You know, we told you we're not very familiar with the Hungaro ring. First time making the trip over the pond, coming here to this particular track. And these GT3 machines haven't really been behind the wheel too much of them. Of course, me being an avid Ferrari fan, I do own the Ferrari GT3. So, of course, I've got that thing. Besides it being in my garage and painted up all nice and pretty, well, I don't think it's got a spot on it. Just saying. Kind of is what it is. Anyways, enough about that, and you know what? We've got a little bit of time. We've got about a minute or so here still on our plate. So what do you say? We look forward to the future. Next week, we're going to be heading back to the beautiful sprawling track just outside of Birmingham, Alabama. That's right. We're going to go back to Barber Motorsports Park For race number 3 here in the GT3 machines, then we're going to go up above the border. That's right, we're going to hit Canadian Tire at Motorsports Park to finish out the run in the GT3 machine. So some great racing action coming up in the next handful of weeks here with the Western Grinding Thursday Night Series, brought to you by Worn Out Racers. And we're hearing where drivers are beginning to make their way to the starting grid and into their starting position. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and begin to make our way a little closer to the track. What do you say? Tell you what, there we go. We'll get a little bit closer as the field all right here. Rambury getting set and ready to roll. We're going to get ready to ride off in the sunset. And as the music begins to play, you know it's time for us to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Hungaroring Grand Prix, race number 2 here in the 4-week mini season. Starting lineup looks a little something like this, snatching yet another pole position here with the Western Grinding Road Racing Series. Kevin Santana going to put that 666 on the top spot. Sheldon right beside him, the 29. Looking good in that Prince and Pony. Back in third, your first Mercedes in the field. 49 of Ethan Wilson, followed by the 934 of David Tamara. Ace car is going to get out the way, and we're going to get underway here tonight in just a handful of moments. Rest of the field right here, Johan Wilson, Mark Axelson. 52 in the 17, there's Jeff Spotwood and Fast Freddy, James Schultz and John Sayre. And finishing out your field, Lewis Alexander, Raymond Causey, and Richard Vanderhave. And just like that, green flag will fly as the music fades away. Engines will come to life, and we'll head down into turn number 1 for the first time. 2, 3 wide into the corner. Looking to the inside was Wilson. He's not going to pounce on that position. Whoa, a little bit sideways coming out of the corner for the 29 of Stingray. Side by side for that 4th, 5th position, banging his way up through the middle. Here comes Tamara. A slight contact for Tamara getting through the corner. Oh my gosh, that got close. Well, we got one driver around the back. One driver going to go around in the back. That's going to be Ferrari of Jeff Spotswood, the 83, having some issues. Spotswood going to go around. We're going to drop the timing scoring here in just a moment. We do apologize. 20 laps here tonight, over 40 miles of racing action here from the Hungaroring. And whoa! A little bit of argy-bargy going on. Oh, we got one driver going around. Wilson, gonna have a spin coming out of the corner. The 44 gonna give up all sorts of time. He's gonna fall from inside of your top 3. And oh, those tires are angry. Tires not happy. There you can see Spotswood making his way by. He's going to have a long road of recovery. There's James Schultz also making his way by here, falling all the way to the tail end of the field. Johan Wilson with issues. Meanwhile, front of the field, let's get back here with the action at the front, completing our first lap of the race. Kevin Santana will take the first lap. Sheldon Stingray right there. David Tamara now in third. Ethan Wilson in the 52 right behind him. Wilson running well here. Let's take a look at this 49 machine down into the corner. The Western Grinding number 49 Mercedes GT3 sitting in the 4th position, looking to grab one more spot, trying to get back to where he qualified here tonight. Started from 3rd, running in 4th. We'll see if Wilson can make up a little bit of time. Back in the back, we've got more battles. Let's take a look back here as we drop that timing scoring to the left-hand side of your screen. Newcomer in his Ferrari GT3 looking to close in on fellow Ferrari driver in the 09, Raymond Causey, just out front. Drivers beginning to get a little bit gapped up here on lap number 2. And as we continue throughout tonight's race, we're going to go ahead and bring you your track map. Let you find and follow along with your favorite driver. Just find his number out there and you can find him on track. Everybody going to be grouped together here As unfortunately, James Schultz going to be listed one lap down. Looks like Spotswood going to have yet another issue here. Spotswood with issues early here from the Hungaro ring. Back across the stripe, yet another lap in our back pocket. Kevin Santana continues to show the way. Fastest lap of the race being turned in this time around by that 666 out front. Santana going to put in a 144.70. The only driver to break into that 144 category. So really in a league of his own out there out front, riding with David Tamara as he's trying to run down the Stingray for that second position. Tell you what, why don't we go? We do have an onboard camera shot, don't we, guys? Yeah, do we do? Okay, here we go, inside of the push. All the way to second gear, up out of the corner, all the gas into third. Gonna crest the hill. Fourth for a second, back down to third, all the way to second through the S's here. Gonna keep it in third. Back up through the gears. Hit fourth here, back down into third, into the right-hander. Gonna carry it out to the curbing. Up into fourth gear. Gonna come all the way back down to second gear here. I believe we're gonna see him catch second. Yep. All the way to second. Gonna keep it there. Accelerate up out of the corner. All the way to third. Come back down to second gear for the left-hand hairpin. Little off-camber hairpin up into third gear. Back to second for a brief moment. You can hear him really playing with the gas coming off of the final corner. Back across the stripe. Yet another lap completed as the Porsche of David Tamara trying to catch the drivers in front. Will jump outside of the car. Let's go back here to this battle. John Sayre beginning to close in on Evan Smith. Take a look at the only Audi in the field here tonight. That's right, the Audi GT3 machine looking to find his way to the front. MTV, I want my MTV. Do you remember? Do you remember? If you remember that, then you're probably about my age, and we're just going to leave it there. See, my people, we remember back when MTV really stood for music television. There wasn't TV shows. It was music videos, and that's it. Occasionally, you would have this guy come on there named Kurt Loder, and he would give you some type of news or something. Most of it was insignificant news. Every now and again, you know, you'd hear about something happening, but for the vast majority of it, non-stop, 24/7 music. I don't know what happened. That's neither here nor there, and that is absolutely besides the point. Racing action here at the Hungaro Ring. Race number 2 here in the 4-week GT3 mini series with the Western Grinding Road Racing Series, brought to you and powered by Worn Out Racers on iRacing.com. If you're looking for a great racing league, they've got all sorts of racing action all week long. Whether you're looking for road course racing, if you're looking for some dirt, if you're looking for a little mixture of it all, they've got the Turn 5 Motorsports guys on the Tuesday nights, jumping in and out all sorts of machines. They're doing a little bit of the same here in the Western Grinding Road Racing Series 4-week mini series. We were already in the bag with the GT4 season, the GT3 season underway, and we're going to finish it off with the LMP2s for the final 4 weeks. So if you're looking for some racing action, doesn't matter if it's ovals or road course, look for Worn Out Racers on iRacing.com. Going to jump around the track just a little bit, and let's see if we can bring you some action, some battles out there. We're going to jump back to the 74 Lamborghini of Fast Freddy. There you can see that mean-looking machine. Jumping back to Tamara, now still running in third, looking like he's beginning to close in on that 29 a little bit. each and every lap getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer. And don't look now because the 52 is right behind him. Back up and over the corner, we'll crest the hill and go back through. Found a few corners here on lap number 5. With 15 laps to go here in the Hungaroring Grand Prix for the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Racing Series, we're going to go ahead and give you a driver rundown from the front of the field. Snatching the pole position here tonight in the Audi, Kevin Santana is showing the way, being the flagship driver for the Audis in the field. Only 2 Audis, and Santana is one of the fastest, showing the way. Front of this field, Kevin Santana leads from the pole. Stingray right here running in second. He's had a man right behind him all night long. Right there breathing down his neck all over the gearbox. But the Stingray able to keep himself focused, calm, cool, and collective behind the wheel of his Ferrari. And he'll continue to run in second. David Tamaro right there sitting in third inside of his Porsche. The only Porsche in the field. Only one. Let's keep that in mind. He's got nobody else to bounce ideas off of, or strategies, or really any data, significant data. He's relying all on himself to collect all of this data. And Tamara running well up one position from where he qualified here tonight. Tamara rounds out your top 3. And there's the 52 from low, and we got trouble. Tamara going to go around. Tamara going around. He's going to lose that position and fall back to 4th. We'll get back to the man that's now sitting in 3rd inside of that 52 machine from McMinnville, Tennessee. The 52 runs in 3rd. Back in the 5th position, Evan Wilson up 3 positions from where he qualified. Let's take a look at this Ferrari as he crosses the line to complete that lap. We'll go on board here. Take a look inside of the Ferrari for a moment. Down into turn number 1, he'll carry some speed here. You'll hear him get up through the gears all the way to 3rd. Probably I would say, yep, there it is, 4th gear. He's going to come back to 3rd, all the way back down into 2nd. Carry it out. Third, no, he's going to stay in 2nd. 3rd gear shift there, late apex of the corner. We're not really seeing anybody get into a gear higher than 4th here. We were on board earlier with the with the Porsche. Never got to 5th gear. We'll see if this Ferrari ends up in 5th. Backside of the course, technical part of the track, a lot of switchbacks. Smith running well, running in 5th, riding with the Scuderia Ferrari GT3 machine. Evan Smith sits in 5th. That's going to be a little bit of your driver highlights and spotlights. We'll jump back around the track once again, back up front. Sitting in 4th after a problem, David Tamara gonna have to recollect his Porsche. Sheldon Stingray still battling, but now battling with that 52. Looking for a podium, looking for 2nd. We've got 4 different manufacturers inside of your top 4. The Audis lead the ponies, the Mercs, and the Porsches. Close battle here, second and third going at it. It's your closest battle on the racetrack. Well, I say that, and we find another one. Let's go back here. It's a battle amongst Lamborghinis. Fast Freddy and Mark Axelson going at it, 8th and 9th on the racetrack. Axelson looking for position on the inside. He's going to nose his way through. The 69 will take the position. Sharky moves forward. We're going to take a moment. Let's look at some off-track situations for a handful of these drivers. It looks like we've got a handful of drivers with some off-track excursions. Richard Vanderhave, very clean race for this double O. We're going to take a look at Vanderhave for a moment here. Haven't really mentioned him. Quiet night for this double O. But Vanderhave having a very good night, only accredited with one off-track incident, so maybe got the left side or the right side tires off the track just a little bit too far, and he's going to receive a 1X for that off-track excursion. But still a solid night here tonight for Richard as he runs in 11th, beginning to reel in 10th place. If he can finish inside of a top 10, that's going to be a pretty big deal. I mean, it's been pretty tough for some passes for a lot of drivers out there. Vanderhave up 4 spots, sitting in 11th. Let's go up here to John Sayer, once again the man behind a 369 MTV. Audi GT3 machine. John Sayer up 5 positions from where he qualified, all the way outside of the top 10, now sitting in 7th. Is Sayer having a great run here tonight in the Hungaroring Grand Prix. And Stingray's going to have a little bit of an off-track moment, and he's going to give up that second position, so battling hot and heavy. But they're at the front of the field for second and third. We're going to go back. Let's take a look at the replay. Let's see what happened here with our Dale Earnhardt Chevrolet replay. Up off of the corner, off of the track right there, running a little bit wide. Here comes the 52, big toe down the front stretch, and he's going to dip to the inside, heading into turn number 1, side by side downhill. Into the left-hander, and there it is. There's the pass for position. Pushing him out a little bit wide with that double left-hander. And the 52 will take over second. Just like that, that's just how quick it can change. Just a little bit of a moment is really all it takes. Just a one little mess up, one little mistake. And you can find yourself losing a position pretty quickly. Looks like we've got drivers to pit road. Just before the true halfway point in tonight's Hungaroring Grand Prix, we've got the 69 of Mark Axelson to pit road. We're checking all the race comms and everything. No contact, no issues, no tow truck, most importantly. And Mark Axelson going to head to pit road. He's going to get his service and tires down and away. And Axelson good to go to the end. Raymond Causey also going to head down to pit road for what should be his only stop of the night. Pit road Delta, 4 tires and enough fuel to get yourself to the end. Looks to be about 40 to 42 seconds. We'll see if that's going to remain the timing on and off pit road. And Causey gonna have a pit road Delta of 42.37. More drivers from the front of the field to pit road. Sheldon Stingray, after having trouble, he's going to stay out for 2 more laps and then bring his 29 to pit road. Wilson with issues. Johan Wilson with issues. Oh no, let's go back. Let's check the replay. Let's see what happened here. We're going to bring you this one. We apologize. There it is, right there. Everything looks good. Kind of overcooking into the corner. Self-spinner here. No contact, no harm, no foul. Going to lose a lot of time, though, having to back up across the track and get it headed back in the right direction. And there's a lot of the field closing in, so the 44 of Wilson losing a ton of track time. back live front of the field. Kevin Santana continues to show the way down the back section of the course. The 666 looking to get back to get back to victory lane, but needs to get to pit road here as well. 6.2 second advantage over that 52, so he's got quite a bit of gap to deal with. Can really manage the pace of the race from this point out. So as we're at the halfway point, let's give you your mid-race rundown here from the Hungaroring in the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Series, brought to you by Worn Out Racers. I'd like to thank our title sponsor, Western Grinding, coming on board this season, sponsoring each and every event. Also a big-time shout-out to Butt Kicker. As always, the future is feeling. Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing. Mountain Mafia Kennels, if you're looking for an American bully, they've got the best in the breed. They're based out of Western North Carolina. You can find them in Haywood County, up in the holler. That's right, Mountain Mafia Kennels. And as always, big time shout out to Tommy DeLago and everybody over there at Beef Jerky Unlimited. Beef Jerky Unlimited, some of the best beef jerky in the game. If that's not your thing, don't worry. They've got other things as well. They've got chicken jerky, turkey jerky, and I believe they've just begun a line of pork jerky as well. Every single flavor in spice. Absolutely phenomenal. I've had myself quite a few of them. Can't be matched, can't be outdone. Head to beefjerkyunlimited.com. Don't forget turn 5. That's all capital turn and the number 5. For a discount code, receive 15% off of your order at beefjerkyunlimited.com. 15 drivers took to the track here tonight for the Hungaroring Grand Prix. We've still got all 15 drivers on track. All 15 drivers still on the lead lap. Your pole sitter, Kevin Santana, showing the way, leading every single lap so far here tonight, and he's continuing the lead. Yet to make his first, only in last pit stop. A handful of drivers all ready to pit road, and just as we say, yet to make his pit stop, he's going to head down pit road. 52 going to follow him down pit lane. Here's the 934 of Tamara back into the third position. Will Tamara head down pit road? And there he is. He's going to make that pit road commitment line, and he's going to head for service and tires. I would imagine most of the field will be heading to pit road. We'll keep our eye right here on John Sayer. What does Sayer do? Evan Smith, Sheldon Stingray next up on track, and it looks like Sayer to pit road, Smith to pit road, closing in big time on the pit road was Smith. What a run to pit lane. Here comes Stingray, a little bit of an undercut in order here. Santana down and away, getting up to speed, full song down the front stretch. Here comes Stingray. Stingray's going to close in, but not going to be within any shape to strike for position here. He's going to have to make up quite a bit of time just to catch up to that 52. Ethan Wilson back on track, back and forth. Now rounding out your top 5, the 934 of David Tamara. Lights out, stellar performance here tonight for the man that walked away with your pole position, showing the way in the Hungaroring Grand Prix. Beginning to run into back markers. Lap traffic going to come into play here. This is the closest since the start of the race that anybody has been to race leader. Blue flags obeyed by that 958 of Lewis Alexander. A little bit of a rough go here tonight for Alexander, but he's still out there running on track, and you want to complete all laps. I mean, first and foremost, let's forget about finishing position. Let's finish these laps. Let's finish these races with a whole car. There you can see second place runner 52 going to make his way around the back marker. Sheldon Stingray going to run up on him and have to deal with him in here just in a handful of seconds. But Kevin Santana nursing what was a 5, almost 6 second advantage, now down to just 2. Front of the field a little closer than they've been in a long time here tonight from the Hungaro Ring for the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Course Series. We're going to go back here. Let's take a look at this 17. Evan Smith closing in on that 369 of John Sayers. Smith going to run a little bit wide there. Not going to gain any advantage in his golf. Number 17. Scuderia Ferrari machine. Battle heating up behind him. We're going to go back here. Jeff Spotswood going to pick up a position. Spotswood going to go up and around James Schultz as Schultz heads to pin lane. Wilson still trying to recover after that spin back around lap number 11. So about 4 laps ago, Wilson going to have a spin and lose that position. Lap number 13 is Wyndham Wilson went around and he fell outside of your top 5. Now still listed outside of your top 10. Running in 11th, Wilson looking for more. Back at the front though, Kevin Santana continues to show the way. The gap slowly beginning to build. Just over a 2-second gap. Now that gap is 2.5 seconds. So in the course of 3 laps, getting a half a second, not too shabby. James Schultz trouble at the start of tonight's race. Lost a lap early, got himself back on the lead lap. Now, unfortunately, that 420 Mercedes GT3 machine driven by Schultz will fall 1 lap down. Schultz going to be listed as the first driver 1 lap down, but there's no lucky dog. There's no coming back from a lap down. You're going to need to get it back the good old-fashioned way. And here at the Hungaro Ring, well, might be a little hard. Back across the stripe, 5 laps to go here tonight from the Hungaro Ring, showing the way he's led every single lap here tonight. Kevin Santana, front of the field, class of the field gap, back under 2 seconds, so doing his job is that 52, trying to find some speed here and there, and he does knock off about a second in the past 2 laps. So, man, I don't know. This could be good. This could get interesting in these final few laps. 52, absolutely dig it. Through the carousel there, you can see that 52 trying to close in, and he's got the gap down to a half a second. Gap down to a half a second, man. Oh boy, oh boy. Man, we got to stay right here. We've got lap traffic ahead of your race leaders. They're both all over each other, making their way to the inside as the lap machine goes way outside. That's going to be the solo BMW of Johan Wilson, the 44, the only BMW GT3 machine in the field here tonight. He's going to run wide and let the leaders race it out. Coming around the final hairpin back across the stripe, we'll have 4 laps to go here in the Hungaroring Grand Prix. Wilson with an off-track moment. He's going to corral the car, keep it headed in the right direction. Unable to really make up any ground here is Ethan Wilson. We're going to check in with him right here. That is Lewis Alexander behind him, the 958. A Ferrari. That's not a battle for position on track. But still, somebody in your mirrors can have a little bit of an effect on your concentration. We'll see. The man behind the wheel of that Western Grinding GT3 Mercedes machine can keep his focus and continue to try to run down the drivers out front, but 4.3 seconds behind Stingray for a podium position. It's going to be pretty hard pressed to make up that time. So, with that being said, final few laps. We're going to go to the only battle on track, and how about this? Good for us. We've got it right here at the front of the field, race fans. Santana, dominating performance here tonight, showing the way each and every single lap. He has led for what will be 16 laps this time around. There's still 3 more to go after this one. Nice and tiny corner exit right there. We'll cross the line. 3 laps remain here in the Hungaroring Grand Prix. Brought to you by Western Grinding. As we close in on the final few laps here tonight, if you haven't already, race fans, we are right around the corner from it, so continue that push. Continue to show us some love. Continue to show these drivers some love. And join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop the thumbs up. Click subscribe and smash that bell. Over there at the right-hand side, get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of our dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe even one of the many sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, turning up with us, show these drivers some love and drop that thumbs up. Great racing action 7 days a week right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Back across the stripe this time around. Popsicle sticks on display. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go and the gap has resurfaced. Looks like the 52 losing the fight. Losing some ground. He's going to go back to 1.5 seconds back. Lose a little bit more ground through that corner, running a little bit wide. And that's all it takes, race fans. The racecraft you have to have behind the wheels of these machines on these road courses, these, excuse me, these little tiny things throughout the course of a lap. You over-rotate on braking just a little bit onto the corner where there's a handful of tenths, maybe even a half a second. Run a little bit wide in that corner. Well, there's a 10th there. those little mistakes continually add up to compromise those lap times. So the focus and concentration to hit your marks lap after lap is absolutely phenomenal. The way these drivers are able to hit these corners and know exactly the feel they need in the wheel, the feel they need under their foot, and to put that right pedal down at the right time, squeeze that eggshell and throttle up out of the corners and get it right. Absolutely phenomenal and amazing. Will come off of the final corner this time around. White flag flies. Final lap here tonight for the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Series, brought to you by Worn Out Racers. You're watching the Hungaroring Grand Prix. 15 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We've got our first retirement on the final lap. Johan Wilson gonna pull his 44 machine to pit road, and it sounds like fuel pump issues for that. For that 44. So Wilson will be the only driver listed out of tonight's race. 14 drivers will finish the Grand Prix with 12 left on your lead lap, working their way through the back section of the course. Through lap traffic here. Race leader's going to run up on them. And the 52 closing back in. Gap now back under 1 second with half a lap remaining. There's enough time. It could happen. Can he force a mental mistake? Lap traffic in front of your race leaders. 09 of Raymond Causey looking for a way to get out of the way and finding a way around down to the inside is Santana, but closing in under a half a second now. We're going to run down into the final few corners. Final few corners here. Does the 52 have something for him? He's going to run a little bit wide into the final right-hander, back into the hairpin. Final time through the final corner. Not going to get there in time, but not for lack of effort. Or the Monster Energy 52 going to come up short as Kevin Santana crosses the line and captures your checkered flag here tonight for the Hungaroring. What a run. What a finish there. Almost getting it done, man. My gosh. Great run, great race here tonight for the 666 of Kevin Santana. So as Santana wins the race, he's going to slow down, give all the fans in the stands a bit of an opportunity to take some pictures of his machine out there, enjoying his nice slow cool down lap, getting ready. I would say to party pretty hard here tonight across the pond in Hungary. I'm not sure what the bars will do for the trophy that he's going to win here tonight, but nonetheless, walking away with a green win here from pole position, the 666 of Kevin Santana. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to take ourselves a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for your post-race interviews. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at the Hungaroring. Impact trackside at the conclusion of tonight's Hungaro Ring Grand Prix with the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Series. Brought to you by Worn Out Racers. What a night, what an event, what a race. We're going to dive right into things. What do you say we see if we can't have a few words with the man that walked away with the final spot on the podium here tonight? Let's see if we can't dial up the man behind the wheel of that 49 Mercedes GT3. Ethan, it's Dave. You got us?
Yeah, hey Dave, we got you in the booth. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, man? Fine finish. Good run here tonight from the Hungaro Ring. Can't be too upset.
No, I'm actually rather pleased. We had some. We were a little late getting to the track. We had some trouble with customs. All the materials we brought, they didn't like all of it, but we were able to bring our Go Fast stuff into the track. We were a little late to practice, so I didn't get a lot of laps in. But I kind of tuned in with this Western Grinding Parmesan paint beef jerky unlimited Mercedes, and was able to kind of learn the track pretty quickly and put in a pretty solid qualifying position. So I was happy with that. I think I started third.
Yeah, you finished right where you started. Now you're gonna have to clue me. A Parmesan paint, is that that can't be the color?
No, that's my painter.
I was gonna say that if you hand me some Parmesan that looks like that, I don't want it, and I'm Italian, okay?
Yeah,
like,
the
the
Paisan makes my cars look good. The Western Grinding crew tunes them up. We got the special Go Fast rubber on here today, but Parmesan paints makes my car look good, and I'm real grateful to John Izzo Plumbing, and his Parmesan Paint Company.
Heck yeah. Well, Ethan, another fine finish for you here in the Road Course Series. So congratulations on your podium here tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, do that. Yeah, I want to thank the driver here because he bended on lap 3, just getting a little too greedy on the throttle, and I threw it off track, and I think I was all the way back into 12th, 13th place, and I just put in a determined drive to keep the sponsors on board. I want to thank my wife. She lets me go and get this therapy that's really good for my personal well-being. I got to throw a big thank you out to Western Grinding Service. They make the racing and the broadcast possible. We don't want to forget about Parmesan Paints and the Worn Out Racer admin crew. Sharky, Lawman, Izzo, Tim Lewis, Bandit, our indomitable leader, and I want to throw a thank you out to the Turn 3 racers who broadcast these great events. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. Well, Ethan, always a pleasure to catch up with you at the end of these things, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you next week down in Alabama.
Absolutely. Try and make all the races I can. It keeps me sane, and appreciate the opportunity to be a part of the Worn Out Racers group. If you listen out there, you're over 40, come join us. We have a lot of fun. There's racing all throughout the pack, and it's just really a pleasure to be part of this group. Thank you so much, Dave. And I want to throw a quick shout out to Kevin Six Clutch Santana and Todd Sonbitch. Put in great runs tonight for their podium finishes. Well done, guys.
Absolutely. Well, there's your final few words from the man that comes home in third. Ethan Wilson going to keep the sponsors happy on that machine, and we'll see if we can't get back to a podium next week from Barber Motorsports Park. What a run here tonight for that 49. As you heard, he had some early trouble, but was able to corral the car and keep it headed in the right direction. With a determined drive, he's going to walk away with a podium finish, and that's going to move us right along the list of drivers on the podium. We're going to tune in now. Let's see if we can't grab a handful of words with the next man behind the Mercedes wheel inside of his 52 machine. Todd, how you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I can't complain. Good night, good racing, and great finishes. So how you feeling behind the wheel of that Monster Energy machine?
It was really solid tonight. I got my tire really hot chasing down 6 clutch, and I had to kind of back it up a little bit, so I couldn't really press it. I did close it in on him, but I never had enough to really be a distant threat to him right there at the end. I was staying in his mirrors though.
Yeah, there was a handful of times you got right there, man, and we thought we were getting ready to see a real big battle unfold. Do you think you could have done anything strategy-wise, maybe?
I should have been a little more patient and let it come to me a little later because I was pushing it so hard trying to make up that gap and get to him that by the time I got to him those couple of times, I'd done got the rear tires super heated and it was getting really slippery on me. So I kind of had to back up and I couldn't really press the issue. So if I'd have been just a little more patient, I probably could have given him a better run right there at the end.
Well, man, you gave us in the booth a lot of exciting action to watch. You gave the fans in the stands and everybody joining us watching a lot of great racing action to go over and rewatch and rerun and share with their friends. So we do appreciate the hard run there for you. And congratulations on your second place finish here tonight, as we already mentioned. And before we let you go and celebrate this podium tonight, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home at the race shop?
I just want to thank Worn Out Racers, as always, for hosting us and giving us a great racing environment here for a bunch of good guys to get together and have fun.
All right, well, Todd, again, a pleasure catching up with you in these post-race interviews. And until next time, my friends, stay safe and keep it fast.
All righty. Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, there you go. Final few words for the man that parts the track in second position. The 52 will bring home second place here tonight from the Hungaro Ring, Todd, with a great finish, and that's going to move us right there to the man of the moment, giving us some little flashy eyes. Is man 52. Triple Clutch, the man of the moment, the man on screen, the man of the hour, walking away with the pole position, walking away with the checkered flag here tonight inside of that 666. Kevin, man, how you feeling?
Pretty good. This is not usually one of my better tracks.
Well, that's scary. This isn't one of your better tracks, and all in all, pretty much a dominant performance for you in that 666 crew. I mean, after the green flag pit stops, you had a little bit of a challenge there for a moment. But I mean, really, just a stellar performance. And if this is one of your weaker tracks, these guys, they better watch out.
Yeah, next week's not going to be too good either. We saw how that went the last time we were there.
Yeah,
in
well,
Ohio.
yeah. I mean, you know, it's well, you know, it happens.
Yeah, it can't be good on everything.
I mean, mostly everything though, but that's besides the point, man. A great run for you here tonight. A lot of corners. There's a lot of switchbacks, especially those last few corners, really. I believe that's going to be listed probably turn like 12 through 14, at least somewhere in that range. Those final switchbacks, the S's or snakes, whatever you want to call them or categorize them. How tough is it to make the passes in that particular third section of the course?
When you get to the right-hander, it's not too bad because you got a good braking zone, but after that, you don't have much chance to pass.
Okay, all right. So that's really going to be a setup for a move either into that corner, or you're going to have to try to set up a good exit of the final corner, turn 14, to get a good run down the front stretch, and maybe look at a dive into the inside going into turn number 1. Didn't see a lot of that going on here tonight, but did see some passes out there. Fortunately for you, you were able to make your way by some of the back markers with a fair amount of ease, making some passes out there as well. So a good night capped off by checkered flag performance. Kevin, congratulations on yet another win here with the Western Grinding Thursday Night Road Series. So before we let you go and swallow all the champagne, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, thank Ethan and Western Grinding for sponsoring it. And, of course, my wife and daughter for putting up with me, letting me do this.
All right, well, Kevin, if that's it, we're going to go ahead and let you enjoy these post-race celebrations. Until next time, my man, stay safe, and as always, keep it fast.
Thank you. Take it easy.
All right, there you go. Final words from Triple Clutch. That's right, the man behind the wheel of that 666 Audi GT3 machine, Kevin Santana. We got to take yet another checkered flag. What a night, what a race. Right here from across the pond. We couldn't have had a better race there towards the end. What a run The 52 was right there, but unable to make the pass forward position and grab that top spot away. Kevin Santana will walk away with the checkered flag. And as we hear producers hitting those buttons in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time for us to run down tonight's unofficial race results from the Hungaroring Ring. Walking away with checkered flag in hand, he started from pole position behind the wheel of that 666. Kevin Santana is your race winner. 52 will come home in second with the 49 of Ethan Wilson, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight. 29 of Sheldon Stingray back and fourth, and finishing out your top five, the 934 of David Tamira. Evan Smith back in sixth. Seventh belongs to the 369 of John Sayre. Fast Freddy back at eighth. Sharky, Mark Axelson in the 69 machine. He'll come home in ninth. Jeff Spotswood back in 10th. Raymond Causey in 11th. 12th place tonight to double O of Richard Vanderhave. James Schultz in 13th. 14th place tonight to newcomer inside of that 958 Scuderia Ferrari. That's going to go to Lewis Alexander. Johan Wilson calling it tonight a little bit early. Fuel pump problems beneath the hood of that 44 machine. Wilson will finish in 15th. And that's going to do it for your driver rundown. Your unofficial race results here from across the pond in Hungary. Your treat tonight was the Hungaroring Grand Prix. Kevin Santana leading every single lap. We're going to shift gears and head back to the States next week. Can't wait to get back trackside and see you all out there for some great road course racing in the GT3 machines once again. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love and drop a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell. Over there at the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of our dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe one of our many sponsors, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So thank you once again. Stay safe. Stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet ya in Turn 3.